everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from myself, and I'm in the Yūgumo, the tier 9 Japanese destroyer. I'm on the map Loop in a 3-point domination game, and it's actually a tier 9 battle, which is amazing. That doesn't happen very often when you're tier 9. Each team has 2 destroyers, and the enemy has a Baltimore and a Missouri with radar, so that's something to watch out for. Now I decided to go towards the center here. I launched my first torpedoes through here because of RPF, and then I'm launching the second volley here because I expect that the Fiji might just stop here and smoke up. Would have been a decent position for the Fiji. Unfortunately, he continues on his merry way, but I guess it was worth a try. Now I have a friendly Missouri coming this way, so there's some potential for radar here. An enemy destroyer is already inside, and I'm maneuvering in a way that this island will block some enemy torpedoes and that I can run away. Because if an enemy radar ship like that Missouri gets too close and I'll have to run, I wanna be in a position to do so. Now I'm spotted by a destroyer. Looks like I have 5 guns on me. I'm not going to try to find him. I'll just smoke up here, and there the Kagero is. So it's probably the Missouri radaring him, I suppose. And well, there are predictably the torpedoes, but I'm positioned in a nice way to dodge them. So that worked. And there are even more torpedoes, but once again, I should be able to dodge them easily. Now the enemy destroyer escaped, but he is clear from this cap, and I should be able to take this right now. Of course, the Missouri is getting close, so if the enemy presses radar, I might just be in trouble. So I'm already moving closer towards the edge of the cap. Also, I'm positioning myself to launch my torpedoes into the smoke, because who knows, maybe somebody is still sitting in there. Now, I think the Missouri's radar range was 9.2, so he should be able to radar me right here. But looks like he is not interested in doing so, or maybe he used his radar earlier, who knows. So once we got the cap, I'm leaving because, you know, it's a dangerous position to be in. I'm expecting more torpedoes to come this way once the enemy destroyer has reloaded, and the Fiji could torpedo the smoke as well. Now meanwhile, nobody's really trying to take C from either team, and there you go, that was a Fiji. Turns out sitting in your smoke, not the best tactic. So anyway, unfortunately, our B cap is now being lost, and I can come around here and try to enter B, but I'm not sure if I will make it in time. Now our New Orleans here is leaving. Our Missouri's radar might still be on cooldown, and hey, he says radar on B in 20. So there's also Fletcher around here. I really don't want to show myself right now, if possible. And trying to get a good torpedo lock on something. But also just randomly torpedo into... Now I'm switching to my guns immediately. I want to interrupt this Kagero before he caps. But unfortunately I'm too late. So I'm just launching some more torpedoes his way. Who knows? Probably should have used the torpedoes on a battleship, but... Anyway, interestingly enough, nobody is punishing me for that. You see, there are plenty of ships who could shoot me, and they are completely ignoring me for whatever reason, but I'm very grateful for them. Now, my current plan is to help out here at A, although A is already being kept quite nicely. Then again, the destroyer either just left or got resetted. I think he just left the cap. So, you know, let's just cap it ourselves. I mean, he has re-entered right now. But let's just secure this here and then move back towards the center. Ship-wise, we are 1 ship ahead. And we are 1 destroyer ahead, which is actually pretty good in domination. Now we also have more points, well, one because we have one more destroyer. And we did hold the center for a while they had nothing. Almost. We got it. And I can move out again. Now, we have a lot of ships here. We have Miyoko there towards the right. I mean, maybe he can interrupt the Hipper a little bit, but other than that, this Miyoko is probably going down, unless he just drops into concealment and sneaks away. Now, our force here is... Well, I mean, we have some ships here on the left zone wall, I suppose, but we have a good chunk of ships here that are in a position to push P. And there is the Kagero. I'm spotted anyway, and this ship has to go down, so let's open up with my guns. I can easily dodge those torpedoes, and bye Kagero. Now, I could use smoke here, which... Well, I don't have that many ships shooting me, right? If there were more ships shooting me, it might have been a good choice. But there is also still the Missouri pretty close. If I smoke up here, I'm in the Missouri's radar range, and I feel like keep moving is a better option. I want to keep my smoke in case I need it in the cap, and I really want to get this cap. Now it looks like the ships who were here in a central position are moving more towards the left instead of helping directly with B, but I mean, I'm a sneaky destroyer. I can just go in there and cap. The enemy team is out of DDs. So as long as those guys provide some fire support, I should be fine here. Interestingly enough, there is an Iowa charging in. Sadly enough, my torpedoes are on cooldown, otherwise I could try to utterly wreck this Iowa. And well, he is now stopping me from capping, but I could deploy my smoke here and then once my torpedoes are reloaded, torpedo him. Well, or I could do that if I wasn't getting radared by a Missouri. So new plan is run away. Now this time the enemy team is actually paying attention. I have 4 guns on me. And I really just want to get away from the Missouri at this time and get unspotted. Now somebody just utterly wrecked this Iowa, which is good because now he can't shoot me. Also, it means I don't have to use my torpedoes on him, so maybe I can get that Missouri. Now, one option certainly would be turn around here and just re-enter the cap right now. The radar is on cooldown, so there is an opportunity around. Might have been a better choice. I'm continuing on my course. I'll just go around this island and then re-enter the cap from the other side. Of course, I have to be aware that the Missouri's radar will be available again at some point. So I'm not certain if I'll be able to cap, but I have torpedoes coming his way and maybe I'll get a few hits. Maybe I can actually force him to back off. That would be great. Now ship-wise we are even, but considering we're the only ones with destroyers, we have an advantage there. They have more caps, but considering we're the only one with destroyers, that should change. And look at that, I'm getting a hit on the Missouri and I'm getting a hit on a Hipper, which is amazing. So the Missouri is pretty low on health right now. That might mean my teammates can finish him off. We are losing 1 battleship here, but still have the Missouri pretty healthily pushing in. Unfortunately, our Amakis are not in the best of position there. And again, neither is the Lion. So, Missouri is on 2000 health. I'm launching some torpedoes their way. I expected Missouri to just back off and run away at this point. Or I guess he could try to seek cover behind an island. I mean, I'm hoping that my Missouri will sink their Missouri. He is healing already, and now I'm just smoking and shooting. I'm getting radared though. But I should almost be outside of range. Considering that the Missouri is backing up, I'm fine here. And I can just continue to shoot him. hope for a fire. Unfortunately, my torpedoes are not going to hit him, but they did hit a hipper instead. So, you know what? Let's change target. Let's go for a hipper. Now, with me inside my smoke, we are lacking some crucial spotting here, but right now I just wanna shoot my guns a little bit more. We see the hipper again. And this hipper should go down momentarily. There you go. Now I can leave my smoke again, because we really don't have targets to shoot at now. Oh, well, maybe we do. So, the Missouri is at 8,000 hit points. And I'm not sure how many of our ships can actually shoot him. I'm launching against the Amagi. Maybe I should have gone for the Bismarck. The Bismarck wasn't really spotted right there. Unfortunately, I only had a small gap where I could torpedo through, so I couldn't really spread my torpedoes out anymore. Maybe I should have just held them for a better opportunity. Also, that Amagi is probably going away, but there is still the Missouri around here somewhere, and the Missouri, he has healed once more. He was down to 2,000 hit points at a point, or well, 2,500 or something like that, but anyway, he is back to 20,000, which could be problematic. Meanwhile, more reinforcements have arrived here. Our Missouri is holding on there, and I really want to cap C, because capture points win battles, but 30 seconds till my torpedoes, and there are 3 juicy battleships here, so here I decided I'm just going to wait. I'm launching the salvo, and then I go grab the capture point while my torpedoes reload. With 3 battleships, I have decent chance of hitting something, I suppose. And I'm getting radared. Well, those decrease my chances. Now the enemy knows where torpedoes are coming from, and they will probably take evasive action. I also have to be careful, obviously, not to endanger my Missouri here. So I'm not exactly sure where the enemy is going, but we have some torpedoes on the way, and they might just work out. Now, an Amagi is splitting off, and he might just be going over here to sea. I'm not that afraid of an Amagi. He could be annoying me somewhat, I suppose, if he goes into this cap, but I should be able to whittle him down with torpedoes. Now, ship-wise, we are meanwhile actually 1 ship behind, but there are some fairly low health enemies. That enemy Bismarck there is almost down. And, well, I guess he is healing, but there you go, they finished off the Bismarck. Now I'm not hitting the Missouri with torpedoes. That Bismarck is down, so I guess those torpedoes will not connect with anything. Now I'm comfortably just capping C here. Once I do that, we have all 3 capture points. That Lion should really just going straight for A here. I expect that the Lion or the Ibuki might cap A. And we are still a little bit behind, but with us having 3 capture points, we should catch up fairly quickly. Now the Amagi is coming this way. But it looks like he's actually turning away from me. He's not going to contest me in this cap. So, I mean, it's not like I have any better targets to launch torpedoes at, so might as well go for the Amagi, but if he's really just going towards the zone wall, then there is not much I can do. Now, at this point, we actually have quite a nice lead. We have 4 against 4 ships. If the enemy wants to win this, they really need some capture points. And I guess they need to sink ships. Once again, the Missouri is down to, what, like 6,500 hit points. Lots of low health enemy ships around. But our Missouri is pretty low as well. And the Charles Martel is a squishy cruiser. looks like the Yamagi is coming this way again, so at this point I actually thought the Yamagi might decide to turn in here. He might just think that I left the cap and that he can now come here and get it. He might also just be interested in sinking the Rhone. So let's just launch our torps and see what happens. Of course, we have now lost 2 more ships, and it's 4 against 2. But we have 3 cap zones, so we should overtake them pretty soon on points. Now I still have a smoke left. I could in theory deploy a smoke here for the drone, but I'm hoping that, yeah, the drone is opening fire. That was not what I was hoping for, because, you know, at this point it's just all about survival. It's only 3 minutes left, and those slow battleships, they can't really do a lot of capping, and if they do, they are a good target for torpedoes. The Ibuki might be a bit more of a problem, especially if he has hydro. But yeah, if I had smoked the drone, he wouldn't have had vision anyway. So it's now 1 against 4. But all I really have to do is survive, because points-wise we should overtake them soon, and I don't think they are close enough to our cap zones to take them all. If that Amagi went towards sea, well, I guess he might have eaten my torpedoes, or he might have just won them the battle, who knows. So, and we are almost there. My RPF tells me where the closest enemy ship is. And it's most likely the Missouri coming this way. Missouri, well, this late into the game he is probably out of radar charges, but who knows. I don't know how often he has radared when I was close there, maybe 3 times. So let's get some torpedoes going his way. He is too far away to radar me, and let's keep it this way. He is going straight towards B. I mean, what else would he do? I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed boost, and I'm going far, far away towards the north. Now, thanks to RPF, I know the closest target is this way, because if that lion actually came around island here and ambushed me, then this would be lost. And for situations like this, RPF is pretty nice, because you can make a little bit more informed decisions. So, looks like the lion is in A. It took him a long time to show up there, and he is way too late. It's 1 minute left. The only way they can win this is by sinking me at... well, I'm sinking them instead, or at least one of them, I suppose. The Kraken's unleashed, because why not get the Kraken together with my solo warrior? And yes. Now let's speed this up, because all I'm going to do here now is sail far, far away and enjoy my sweet, sweet victory. Oh, here we are with the results. I got myself 2,532 base experience, and I'm very, very happy with that. Also, I guess shout out to Missouri. I think he was the one who raided the cap earlier in the game, and he was in a very aggressive position, and I think he used his ship rather well. So, I earned myself Solo Warrior, the very first time I got this achievement, and it finally happened. It was a build battle as well. Also got myself a devastating strike, a Kraken, and First Blood, scored almost 100,000 points of damage, and yeah, I thought it was a nice battle. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.